I feel like we're the forgotten ones. I am a mother, impacted by the incarceration of. When we hear or think about crime and incarceration, there is a narrative that is muted. That narrative is the one of the families who are impacted when their loved one goes to jail or prison. Their stories remain unheard and their families remain invisible. This research project that we embarked upon with the support of the Women's College Hospital Women's Exchange Grant has provided us with an opportunity to look deeper into the lives of those affected, particularly mothers who are often the ones left to maintain, support, stabilize, and strengthen the family unit when their spouse or child becomes incarcerated. Their pain and trauma is experienced in many ways: physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and socially. Broken yet strong, hurting yet caring, struggling yet surviving, isolated yet integrated, invisible yet visible. These mothers are in our communities, and they are your family members, your friends, your neighbors, and your colleagues.
My name is Dr. Olga Marquez. I'm an assistant professor in the Criminology and Justice program at the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. Offenders, people who are incarcerated, are not these individual people. They come from families. They have children, or they may have children. They have spouses, or they may have spouses. They have parents, they have siblings. They also have, or used to have, employers, neighbors, etc. They come from communities. These mothers were vicariously experiencing incarceration. So while they were not the ones who were serving time, they were not the ones who were behind bars, to use colloquial language. They live their lives as if they were. They don't realize that incarceration not only impacts the person on the inside, but the whole network of community that surrounds that person who is on the inside.
Specific challenges are faced by mothers who are impacted by incarceration, and their experiences differ from those of other members of their family. Not unlike most mothers, these mothers focus on ensuring the well-being of everyone else before they focus on caring for themselves. Already overextending themselves as primary caregivers, the incarceration of their spouse or child unfortunately adds layers of complexity to the physical, mental, emotional, social, and financial consequences these mothers are already experiencing. It shows up in the forms of isolation, guilt, grief, anger, powerlessness, sadness, loneliness, anxiety, and weariness. Their health and well-being is undeniably compromised, but without the interest in or the concern for their experiences, because they are not considered victims of crime and incarceration, or because we do not fully understand how incarceration compounds the issues of the families and mothers affected, the services and supports they need are limited or not adequately resourced to meet their needs.
If we're talking about creating safer communities, we have to always remember that people who are incarcerated come back to communities and they come back to families. So we need to support families. Families matter, and families of offenders matter, and they matter in many ways.